Hey there guys, welcome to Champ Rule Gaming News, the place to talk about all things in the world of gaming with a slight bias towards my favorite game series, Zelda, which is actually what we're here to talk about today. If you were watching me earlier today on Twitch, which by the way, if you're not following me, it's twitch.tv/champrule. After the original broadcast of the Nintendo Direct, I was able to restream my reaction to it because of course, restreaming it live wouldn't make sense to Nintendo. But anyway, when I was able to restream it, my reaction to the Breath of the Wild 2 news was less than stellar.
All right, here's the last thing we have to show you.
I don't care.
This is the sequel to The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Okay, maybe okay.
2 years have passed since we first announced this game.
But, you know, it's whatever. So I basically, now that I'm in a better mood and not distracted by the disappointment of the earlier 30 minutes of the Nintendo Direct before that happened, I figured I would come in and do a dissection of the teaser that we got today. So we're going to do that now. I'm basically going to watch it one time, full through at normal speed, and then I do want to slow it down probably to half speed just to kind of check out a few things step by step. So let's go ahead and get into that. So first of all, when I was looking at this, I didn't know what I was looking at, and then I was like, oh, there's Link. Okay, cool. Is this not, yeah, let's get some high quality in here, if you don't mind. Let's do that again. So like, I'm assuming that's Ganondorf. Is it Ganondorf if he's taking the form of anything, or if it's just human? And then some Skyward Sword dropping onto the land. It looks brighter. I don't know if that's intentional. Do you hear that background music that people were talking about? Okay, so a lot to dissect there. Let's go ahead and go to half speed. Okay, so first of all, it's gonna sound weird. Let me actually turn the volume down a little bit too. So first of all, what is this? Like, what is burning right now? And then let's see what Link's got going on. He's got, that's his right arm is like malice almost. Oh, I broke it. Oh, his right arm is getting like covered in malice. So this must be like the start of the war, like, you know, before he went to sleep. It's a long nap, by the way. You know, that actually doesn't even look like Ganon. Is that him? Or is this like still... What if this is like still a little bit of demise? I guess I should have started this off with spoiler alert. I'm gonna ruin Skyward Sword if you haven't played that. Because I'm probably gonna be doing a lot of comparing in this video. Since they decided to be like, oh yeah, it's literally right after it. Okay, so where is she falling from? That's what I want to know. We're not going to get that answer, but I would like to know where she's falling from. So what is this outfit? It's like he's got Link standard green going on the left side, but then the right side is very different. Still no tunic. Which is, well, I mean, actually, yeah, that probably is. It looks like a tunic. That is a tunic, but like, where's the cap? Did he not have a cap in Skyward Sword? Did he lose his cap? I mean, it's not the same guy, but like, I don't know. Yeah, that's a tunic, I would say. Or, wait, no, it's not going over his right arm. His right arm is like a champion. What is that supposed to mean? And then his left arm does look like it was a tunic and he had to like sew something together. Oh, this is just like Shiko wear. We wouldn't have had a Hyrulean shield because we barely have a Hyrule. So I guess I'm okay with that. Okay, so this here. I can't remember the name offhand. I need the list of dungeons. The thing on the right there, or I don't know if it's blocked off. Let me make sure it's not blocked off. Okay, the thing right above me. Just kind of going off of Skyward Sword and like the positioning of everything, that almost looks like Skykeep. So like that last dungeon that you have at the end there, it looks like that. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. And then what's going on here? So, I mean, just normal looking ground. Like I said, it looks brighter, but I'm assuming there's things here that were destroyed later on in the first game. And then is this supposed to be one of the turrets, or is this like a completely separate guardian? Why do they have horns? But goblins have never had horns. Are these like natural horns, or are they wearing it? That's a natural horn. Have bokoblins ever had horns? Bokoblin horn. Yeah, it's like it's a. It doesn't even look like the same horn. That's like the item that you get. I don't know. I guess they had horns. I don't know that they've ever had horns in Zelda history, like actually attached. And then this is cool. This is cool. So their little camp is just sitting on top of a stone talus. So you really have two fights going on. I wouldn't even know what I would want to tackle first. Would I shoot the bokoblins down with arrows, or would I get myself up there and tear down the stone talus so that I have like a flat battleground? I don't know where I would go there. That's definitely going to be interesting to see. Whoops, sorry, I had to go back because I didn't mean to click on something. Okay. So this is still his right arm, the thing that looks like a guardian. This is confusing. So okay, so he's doing this just with his arm. I don't see a Sheikah slate at all. So first of all, yeah, this is what I wanted to take a look at, because it looks like it's not stasis, even though it's yellow. It looked like there was like some step-by-step thing going on here. So like he pushes it and then it shows the trajectory of where it's going to go. Like it's going to move from that to that. And then you can see there's another one behind it. It's just like this chain reaction of where this ball is going to go. And that has me intrigued a little bit. And then it smacks right into the bokoblin, the blue bokoblin with a horn still. And the moblin also has a horn. What are you? We got to go back. Looks like dungeon confirmed. That's the first thing I'm going to say about that. It definitely looks like dungeon confirmed. But what is that? I don't know that I recognize what that is. I'm sure it's something obvious if I think back into Zelda history. But right now, I can't identify what this is, aside from the fact that I definitely want to say it's a boss fight in a dungeon. That's why I'm saying dungeon's confirmed. Because, like, this thing is just sitting in front of there, and then there's a pedestal off to the back there, or I guess it's over that way for you guys, off to the back there that looks like it would probably hold a treasure chest with an item, like a progression item, hopefully, because that's what we really wanted. Oh, wait, definitely progression item. I'm blind. I'm literally so worried about this boss and the structure behind him that I didn't even notice. What is Link holding? What is he? That is not the fire wand of days past. That is something. That gives me hope. That looks like it would be a progression item that will not break, like an actual progression item that I would have had to get in this dungeon in order to fight this creature. But I still can't identify. Then this, I saw this and I was like, what does that mean? Wait, it looks like there was technology at the end there. Like the Sheikah technology? Or am I just imagining things? I'm just imagining things. That texture at the bottom of the drop just looked like it was technology. But, so what does that mean? Is this going to be like our new jar system? He just, instead of jars, he just sucks up water? For what reason? And then this. Okay. So this was probably the only thing I showed any emotion for during the trailer when watching the E3, because again, I was just so done at that point. What is this? What is he doing? Because if you think back to A Link Between Worlds, he was able to morph into the wall, and that was like a whoa kind of moment. This guy is going through the floor. So he climbs up in it, So I wonder if you're actually, if there's certain points that you can do this at. There's questions I have about that. Are there certain points of the game that you can do that at? Are there certain points where it's just like blocked off? And then like, is what kind of climbing is involved? Like what actually is involved with that? Because then he just comes out the other end and we can kind of see the terrain right here. This is one of the best shots we have of the terrain. But then also this looks like a dungeon entrance. If you watch, well, no, Parker didn't say it in the stream, but Parker said it afterwards that this looks like it could be a dungeon entrance. And if this is the same area that we were looking at earlier, then this could be like the Sky Keep situation. I'm trying to see if there's more detail we can see over on that door. Hopefully, I am blocking that for y'all. Let me move really quick. So what I'm talking about is over, well, let me point, I guess, first. Over here, this little, whatever's going on at the front door there, this section, I'm assuming it's a door. Whatever's going on right there is what I'm trying to figure out. But I don't know that we're going to get to see it. And then this is the part where that music came in. Oh, if you look down at the bottom, the mushrooms, I don't remember what that area is called, where it starts thundering and lightning. That's down there. But yeah, this is the music that people were talking about if you played in reverse. Okay, now I guess I can go back over to the other side. But actually, before I do, I'm looking at something that I don't know if I had seen before. Over there. For a second, I thought that was the mirror. I can't think of the name of the mirror right now, but the mirror in Twilight Princess, I thought that's what it was, so I kind of freaked out. But then I realized it's just one of the eagle statues that you see like in A Link to the Past, because there's another one up at the top. You can barely see it, but it is up there. There's another one. There's probably others that we just don't see on this shot. So I'm going to say that it's just an eagle statue, which again would lead me to dungeons, because if you think of that, you think of like Eastern Palace in A Link to the Past. So this is interesting though. Why is the cast like at what point in the game are we now? Or actually, when do we start the game? Do we start the game before Ganon manages to take over the Guardians? Or are we starting like in the middle of that? Because this looks like it's in the middle. Like things are already bad with the castle. It needs a little bit of upkeep. It looks like the starting, yeah, it looks like the starting forms of malice are starting to surround it. And it goes into the air. That was a little confusing for me because, again, Skyward Sword, spoiler alert, it's a 10-year-old game though. At the end, Link and Zelda stayed on Earth, or whatever you would want to call it, while everything else stayed in the sky. So was this their way of putting the castle in the sky to stay safe? And then if so, did Ganon bring that castle back down? Or is that a whole separate castle in Breath of the Wild 1? I'm going to say it's the same castle. So he probably brought it back down. But yeah, like right now it's floating. But I'm confused on the malice. That looks like malice. And then there's the Zelda's Lullaby. Not really much to see about the terrain, at least from this angle. I don't really see any towers, which that confuses me a little bit. What are we going to do about a map system? Was that it? I don't remember. Yeah, so that's it. There's 10 seconds left. I don't remember what happened in these 10 seconds. But like, I have questions. I definitely have questions about that fire thing. Definitely have questions about the fire thing. Have questions about that dungeon, about the water, but this thing right here, I have questions. Not only like, what is he holding? Like, is that a progression item that he's holding? But like, what is the pedestal for? What is this boss? If someone knows this boss from a different Zelda game, like if it's obvious to you and you're like, duh, it's blah, please let me know in the comments, because I feel like I'm blanking on something very obvious. But it has to be a boss, right? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you know that boss. Also, let me know in the comments of anything that I did not pick up on that you've picked up on. I will say a lot of people, I've kind of mentioned this already, a lot of people noticed that the music towards the end there is reversed from Breath of the Wild, which not the first time Zelda's done that. The Skyward Sword theme, if you don't remember, it's just Zelda's Lullaby backwards. But apparently they like doing things in reverse. But yeah, let me know if anything that I missed in the anything I missed in the comments, and let me know if you know what that boss is, because I really do feel like I should know what it is, and I just can't figure it out. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like or a thumbs up, you know, whatever you want to call it, give it that. And then of course, if you want to see this game being played when it comes out in 2022, and also Skyward Sword, the remake, when it comes out, definitely give me a follow at twitch.tv/champrule. But until then, I'm going to go ahead and sign off so that I can start analyzing more of today's E3 content. And I will see you next time.